So, I've been sent this link to an article or multiple articles on multiple different websites such as Screen Geek, not the most reliable, giant freaking robot, bound into comics, that says Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav going with the SnyderVerse timeline for the DCEU. Then on another website, WB, David Zaslav reportedly wants to restore the SnyderVerse. Then on another website, Warner Bros. Discovery to use the SnyderVerse timeline. It's very interesting because you need to understand what the freaking SnyderVerse is first, because is the SnyderVerse characters, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, is that the SnyderVerse? The problem is, when people use the restore the SnyderVerse hashtag, what are you actually saying? Are you saying restore the original 5-movie plan with Justice League 2 and 3? We know there's going to be different ending for that because obviously the storyboards are out there and they're not going to do that because the whole story's out there. What is the SnyderVerse to you? Before this video gets started, let me know, what is the SnyderVerse? Is it them just doing the BatFleck stuff, doing the Henry Cavill stuff, continuing Zack Snyder's original plan? What is the SnyderVerse? So let me know down below. So yo, what is freaking good YouTube? Warstu here with another video on the DCEU SnyderVerse. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that we deliver on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, comment down below. What is the SnyderVerse to you exactly? To restore the SnyderVerse, what is it? Also, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Also, check us out on Twitter sphere, Warstu G. That is my smallest platform, except for TikTok. Now, if you ever see anything on TikTok you want me to cover, I've got the Warstu handle on TikTok, so just tag me in it for jokes if you want. So, let's get into this video. Now, it is worth saying that realistically, before I read any of these articles, I have been saying that Warner Bros. Discovery will be using components and continuity parts of the SnyderVerse, of what Zack Snyder set up, because the Flash movie uses pretty much all the SnyderVerse characters to a certain degree. So, let's break down what this actually says. And before we get into it, I know exactly what the information is going to be. I know exactly what the evidence is going to be. It's going to be like, yo, BatFleck's in Aquaman, scoop. And what I find interesting and ridiculous and funny about most of the scoops are, I probably shouldn't say this is, most of the scoops are people guessing. What? Yo, I've been in this game 5 years. I know exactly how the scoop game works. There are some credible scoopers, but some scoops are just, oh, hey, this theory sounds cool, let's run it with rumor or reportedly in a title on a website, and then boom, before you know it, oh, it came true, my guess was right. So realistic, yes, there is a lot of evidence that could suggest the SnyderVerse will be restored, but as we've already said, what is the SnyderVerse? Now, I don't like giving any creditation to this specific scooper or website because I don't. So we're not going to give any creditation there because I've been saying this for the longest time possible. So, according to a website, David Zaslav is going to do the following. Now, realistically, this is just guesswork. Based on what I've heard from my sources, Zaslav is sticking with the SnyderVerse timeline. Key indicator, Ben Affleck. Just like I said, yo, Ben Affleck, you're in Aquaman 2. Now, realistically, if you go to the post when it first broke, that test screening for Aquaman 2 was not received great because the audience was confused why Michael Keaton was there. Everyone said, just stick Ben Affleck there. Realistically. Now, when all these movies got jiggled around and when we found out there is trouble inside Warner Bros. Discovery, because allegedly Warner Bros. Discovery wanted to scrap the Flash. Hell, they wanted to scrap everything. And David Zaslav apparently isn't that confident in Aquaman 2. So the key evidence, but it's interesting how it's worded because it says, I heard from my source, and then it's like, oh, the key indicator. Hang on a minute. If you've heard something from a source, you shouldn't need a key indicator. Oh, this backs up what I'm saying. Literally, I've been saying this. All the information, I haven't even been over this, but all the information in this article, I've already said over the last 6 months to a year anyway. I'm not a scooper, I don't care for that. I've seen something online, I'll cover it. But it is very fascinating. The Batman vs Superman Justice League actor is returning for Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom after some reshoots, and now he will proceed to do some Flash reshoots, yep, which I've said as well. Go back on the channel, I've said that BatFleck is returning, the third act potentially is changing. I hear a lot of things, I don't actually talk about most things I hear, but if I do hear something, we do. Affleck allegedly replaces Keaton, who was coming back to fill the void. but that was supposed to begin in The Flash. Now the 89 Cape Crusader presence would be confusing. Yes, okay, test screen audience for Aquaman 2 literally said that the fact they've got rid of Batgirl, also that's 2 out of 3, so Michael Keaton's only got one more appearance left in the Flash movie. So guess what? Michael Keaton's gonna have to be rejuggled in that movie as well, as we've reported multiple times from alleged information. So far, all this is guesswork and hypothesizing and theorizing. There is literally no inside information so far that Zaslav wants to do anything. Recall there was additional rumor that Ben Affleck was going to die. That wasn't actually a rumor, that was kind of true. There was a few variations of the Flash movie, one where he died, one where he got sent to the dark side nightmare scene timeline where Ben Affleck, BatFleck, was trying to contact the Flash and going, Flash, we need you, we're stuck here. But based on this information, the nightmare reality ruled by evil Superman at Darkseid, which is essentially the nightmare scene, according to Affleck has more to do and stick around as Zaslav wants no other Batman than one belonging to the DCEU. Interesting. This is really interesting. As I said, it's guesswork, lads. We've said this. We've always said this, and if you go back on the channel back to when Robert Pattinson was cast, your boy Warstu was like, yeah, BatFleck will return. I said it. I said he'd return to do additional photography for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I said that wouldn't be his last thing, and we're going back years. Now, I don't want any credibility or credit because I'm not a scuba, but as I keep saying, I always said the Zack Snyder Justice League movie would come. I always said that Ben Affleck wasn't done in the DCEU, and it appears like he isn't done. So let's go over what else alleged this inside information says, because so far it's literally said nothing that I haven't already said. Zaslav chose Affleck because he wanted to keep the timeline, he said. Interesting. From insiders, from Intel, Warner Bros. Discovery wants to reload, not reboot, the DCEU. Okay. Speculation, cause for rumor. Speculation. This is all speculation, lads and ladettes. Speculation. Based on what? Like I keep saying, the Snyderverse, you need to define what that actually is. Sure, he's using characters from the Snyderverse, but that doesn't mean anything. Zaslav had the chance to reboot things with a Flash. As it stood in Batgirl, he didn't want the Flashpoint timeline, however, shelved the later because it earlier tested badly. Or they killed off Keaton's character. Interesting. So this is all speculation pretty much based on two things. The Batgirl movie got canned, and also Ben Affleck appeared in Aquaman 2, and that is pretty much the whole information. But the only decent thing this article does actually say is the following. The case. Zack Snyder, Justice League, Man of Steel, BVS are going to be canon again. Are they though? Are they though? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Because Warner Bros. Discovery has officially said that 2017 Justice League movie is canon to the DCEU. I mean, sure, that's still Snyderverse continuity to a certain degree, but Zack Snyder, Justice League movie isn't canon to Warner Bros. Discovery. It's just factually not. I keep seeing it. It's not. Again, the Snyderverse is going to be restored. Okay? But what does that actually mean? Does that mean Ray Fisher can now appear in the Flash movie? Because Walter Hamada's got no power. He's going to be gone later this year. And also Toby Emmerich's gone. And also Ann Cernoff's gone. I mean, realistically, yeah, sure. Ray Fisher could appear and that would be more validity. But the only thing that realistically would solidify to the whole world would be if Henry Cavill appeared. Now, so far, there's no information. But we have to wait 2 more months for Black Adam, so you're just guessing. So, insiders, My Time to Shine and Casey Walsh did say there was a cut of Black Adam where there was a faceless, blurred out Superman that somewhat appeared in a Black Adam post-credit scene. So, yeah, sure, like I've said multiple times, the Snyderverse will be restored using the same characters and using some of the Snyderverse continuity. But what do you mean when you say the Snyderverse is going to be restored? Do you mean we're going to get Ready to Armada, Darkseid's coming, Justice League 2 and 3? Are we getting that? Are we getting a Deathstroke, Joe Manganiello, BatFleck movie series? Are we getting that? Or do you just mean the Snyderverse-based characters are going to be there? So, let me know, what is the Snyderverse? I think there needs to be a definition of what the Snyderverse is. Now, Zack Snyder can actually, in theory, be done with Netflix at the end of 2023, in theory. So Snyder could come back to direct Justice League 2 and 3. Is that what you mean by the Snyderverse? Because a lot of people use the restore the Snyderverse tag, but what do you actually mean by it? So, sure, this information could be right. It could be guesswork. Like I keep saying, all the evidence is there. It appears that Zaslav really does want to restore somewhat of the Snyderverse, because the franchises Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Holy Trinity. Okay, they were pinnacle. BVS, there was a scene. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, there was a scene. So in theory, yeah, if you look at all the public evidence that is out there, then you could say it looks like David Zaslav, but people keep attaching David Zaslav's name stuff. David Zaslav said this, my intel told me this. Okay, but where is the actual evidence, lads? I've been talking about this for probably longer than pretty much most YouTube channels that cover content around the DCEU, around the Snyderverse. But what is the Snyderverse? Let me know down below, guys. Do you believe this information that Warner Bros. Discovery wants to restore the Snyderverse, but it's cleverly been titled SnyderVerse TimeLine? What does that even mean? You need to actually explain what that means, because it's just a cleverly worded thing. Warner Bros. Discovery to use the SnyderVerse TimeLine. Well, they're still using it with the Flash movie, with Aquaman, and technically with Black Adam because of the Shazam stuff. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter at WarstuG. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.